What's good, y'all? Welcome back to a brand new video. We're back here on NBA 2K17 so we can do another rebuilding challenge. This one, I don't even know what to call it. We're going to be doing 3 trades a month. Now, I did something similar in NBA 2K16, but in that one, I did 5 trades a month. And that video was like an hour long, and I definitely don't want to do that again. So let me take a look at these stats, or not the stats, but the settings for this video. Let me show you what we're working with. I did turn off salary and hard cap, and I'll explain that in a second. But if we go down further, I took off trade deadline, so we will be making trades late in the season. The reason I took off salary cap and hard cap is because I also want other teams to be making trades. So there we go, 100% trade frequency. So I won't be the only one making like 3 trades a month. Other teams also going to be trading pieces. And my thought is, if I turn off salary cap and hard cap, we won't have to worry about teams not making trades because they don't have the money. So we're going to randomly select a team. This is actually just a 1-year challenge, so you take it like that. So hopefully we get a solid team, but not a good team. Let's stop in 3, 2, 1. The Pacers. I can deal with the Pacers. Okay, so 3 trades a month. My only rule with this is that each month I have to trade at least one starter. At least one starter. So that way we're not just making trades of bench players and we keep our core, but we will be trading at least one starter a month. So let's start off right now. The one starter we're probably going to trade this month is going to be Thad Young. So let's see what we can get for Thad Young just by himself. See what he can bring in. 3 trades a month is going to be difficult. I already know. And especially if we're trying to stay a contender. Because I feel like some teams are going to be offering us stupid trades. And if there's not many trades in the market, we just have to accept what we get. And of course, 2K is being a little slow. But you know what? We got time. The first trade we're going to do, we're going to be picking up Serge Ibaka from the Magic. In real life, he just got traded to Toronto, but that hasn't really been updated in 2K yet. So there's our one starter. We trade Thad Young, we bring in Serge Ibaka, which is, in real life, would be just solid for the Pacers. But of course, that's not going to happen since he just found a new home. So there's our one starter. Let's see what else we can move around here. We can move Al Jefferson. I keep thinking about contracts, but that don't really matter in this video. But Al Jefferson, maybe we can get a better backup center to back up Miles Turner. There are 2 players on this team I consider untouchable. One being Miles Turner and one being, of course, Paul George. But maybe not even Miles Turner because his trade value is probably really high considering he's young and he's already proved to be good in this league. So we can make this trade to pick up Cody Zeller to be our backup center, and I think that's the one we're going to do. So now we got a new backup center in Cody Zeller. We also bring in Miles Plumlee, who right now, our third trade is basically going to be flipping Miles Plumlee for, that's a good trade. I love Cristiano Felicio as a Bulls fan. That guy plays his heart out. So that's actually the trades for November. So I'm going to go to December 1st, and I'll be right back. So we are 12-7 after the first month. Not too bad. 5th in the Eastern Conference. I'll take that for now. The Bucks are actually leading the East, which is weird. But I want to see what other teams made trades. Oh, no, nobody yet, but okay, in due time, I'm sure they will. So let's take a look at our starting lineup. The guy we're probably going to be moving this time is Monte Ellis. Again, he's like a below average starter anyway. So let's see if we can upgrade that shooting guard position in any way. I still have all my draft picks, which is cool, but I just want to see what Monte's value is. We can bring in Gerald Henderson. It's not that much better. Actually, let's throw in our first round. Again, this is a 1-year challenge, so these draft picks don't mean anything to me. So let's throw in our first rounder and hope that we can get somebody decent. I'm thinking like Chris Middleton would be dope, but I don't know if they're gonna offer that. I'm trying to take this a different route. Somebody sent me a message on Twitter saying that he loves my rebuilding videos, but he feels like they can be a little repetitive because I do often get the same pieces. But I'm going to try my best not to get anybody that I get regularly in my rebuilds in this video. So that may be tough because I found a formula and it works when it comes to winning championships. But we got to switch it up a little bit. So I do see Norman Powell. And I also get a first round in exchange, which would be pretty solid. Norman Powell's a pretty nice player. But I also did see Evan Fournier, who's offense, instant offense. He's averaging 18 points per game. And we get Jody Meeks to come off our bench, who's averaging, oh, what did I just, okay. Oh, we're going to make that trade. I'm going to go back to it, but we're going to make that trade. Okay, so we did that trade. We bring in Evan Fournier, so we don't have to worry about trading a starter anymore. Let's actually take a look at our positions. We got a nice surplus of point guards that I kind of like. Starting off with Jeff Teague, shooting guard position. Our only shooting guards are the 2 guys we got from that trade. We have a lot of small forwards. Right now, Glenn Robinson III is injured. CJ Miles has been great for this team over the past couple years, but eventually, like, everybody on this team is going to be new, except for Paul George and maybe Miles Turner. This team is going to look completely different by the end of the season. So why not start off with CJ Miles right now? Hopefully we get something pretty nice. This is nice. Jonas Valanciunas in exchange for CJ Miles, first rounder swapped. I take that, and we can actually flip the Turner or the Zeller brother now. Not that anything's wrong with him, but we pick up a guy like Jonas Valanciunas to come off our bench. That's pretty nice. Even though Zeller's having a really good season, off our bench he's averaging 11 and some decent amount of rebounds. But him in the second round should bring in somebody that can score. I want a nice power forward, but if I can't get that, that's fine too. David West, it's definitely not gonna do it. Bring back Thad Young. Yeah, let's bring him back. We need to make one more trade. We need to make it happen. How about we just dump him for a first round pick? That's our trade. We're gonna get to, right, was that 3? Let's double check to make sure that was 3. And it was. So we're gonna get to the beginning of January and make more trades to make this team better in some way. Okay, we're in January, 21-14. The main thing is that when we making these trades, right, our chemistry never gets above about a 75. Right now it's at a 74. And that actually plays a part in winning games. Let's see if any other team has made trades, and nope. My theory is wrong, man. Even with trade frequency all the way up, teams are still not making moves, but we will continue to. Jeff Teague, he's a starter that we're moving this month. He's probably having one heck of a season, but if we just move him we could move him from somebody better. I know they're going to send me something. They always do. I'll take this trade. Draymond, welcome, dude. Now, Draymond in 2K, he doesn't really translate that great, considering in real life he's not the best scorer. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but he's on our team. And because of that, Serge, he can be moved. Now we're moving 2 starters in a month, which is crazy because, you know what? I'm going to play this smart, and we're actually going to save the Serge trade to next month. We'll let Serge come off our bench for now. We got a crazy front court with Miles Turner, Draymond Green, Jonas Valanciunas, and Serge Ibaka. But right now, we do need a better point guard. And the only one we got right now is Aaron Brooks. So let's trade Aaron Brooks, a top 10 protected Kings pick that we got from the Bulls, and hope that we get an upgraded point guard. I'm not looking for nothing great, but an upgrade would be solid. We just picked up Draymond Green for Jeff Teague. Some weird things going on in 2K, man. Some weird things going on in 2K. So we can make this trade to pick up a... Oh, nope. We're looking for... Chris Middleton is solid, but we need a point guard at this point. Oh, man. Nothing's really there as far as point guards. A lot of big men are being thrown around. But I'll actually take this trade for Chris Middleton. I mentioned him earlier that I would like him on the team, and now he's finally here. But still, we really don't have a point guard. Right now, after that trade, now Matthew Dellavedova will be our starting PG, right? Yeah, Matthew Dellavedova. That's not really going to cut it. But let's take a look. Is that the second trade? We need one more trade so we can actually try to flip Dellavedova real quick. And let's say, like, we throw in 2 second rounders. Maybe we get a better PG for now. And let's see how this goes. Pat Bev, I'll take it. That's our 3rd trade. So next month, we're probably going to be moving Serge. But, man, this chemistry just dropped me down to 44. And because of that, we're losing games. But as long as we're in a playoff race, we're fine. As long as we make the playoffs. Once the playoffs hit, I'm confident that our team will be able to get some W's. Okay, we're getting a lot better. 30-18. That month was not too bad. We did take a 3-game losing streak, but that's fine. We'll take it. And we're actually 2nd in the East behind the Cleveland Cavaliers. So Miles Turner is actually injured at the moment, but that's fine considering we still got Jonas Valanciunas. Pat Bev hasn't been terrible, but now we get to... Oh, I just screwed myself over, didn't I? We got to trade a starter, and Serge is technically not a starter for us right now. And look, we got 4 out of our 5 starters on fire, so you know what that tells me? That tells me which starter we trade him. Let's try to make a big deal. Serge, first rounder, Pat Bev. Can we get a dope PG to come to our team? Drummond is always there, but we're not seeing nothing. And I'm going to have to find somebody myself, so I'll be right back. We just picked up Mike Conley, boys. I did throw in pretty much every one of my first rounders. But Mike Conley is going to be a staple alongside Paul George and Draymond Green. So that's the reason why I threw in all those picks, because he's going to actually be really, really important. Now our entire starting five is on fire, but we still need to make 2 more trades. Now we have a surplus of centers. So let's try to trade one of them. I want to keep Cristano, so let's try to trade Kevon Seraphin. Honestly, I'd dump him for close to nothing if I can. Let's just bring Patrick Patterson back. We literally just sent Patrick Patterson a part of that deal to pick up Mike Conley, and they said you can have him back, and I'll take him. I'll definitely take him. And now we could trade like Tony Douglas, somebody real small, to make this third trade happen, and then we're off to the races for another month. So now in March, we're second in the Eastern Conference. The hard part now is finding out which starter we trade, because we have our pieces. Oh, we can trade Chris Middleton. I guess that's the move, man. He's a starter that we get rid of at this point, because Miles Turner, these other guys are they're key staples on our team. So why is my hat so low? Those guys are key components of our team. So Chris Middleton, I'm sorry, brother. Even though I love you to death, I'm happy that you're back from your injury and stuff, but you gotta go. I don't love you to death. That's an overstatement. I like you. I think you're a good player, but you gotta go. And this Rodney Hood and Joe Ingles trade looks good. Upgrading 2 positions. Well, upgrading our backup small forward position, which would be cool. We can bring up in HB and JJ Barea. I'm trying to think of this, because Rodney Hood is a guy that we get often in rebuilds. And again, ooh, that's fun. Zach LaVine's fun, right? He's a fun player to have on your team. So he's going to be our shooting guard. We still need to make 2 more trades. Oh, wait, I didn't even notice that we picked up this many guards. We got to get rid of some of these guys. So let's start off with Jody Meeks, who we got very early with that Evan Fournier trade. Bring in Rolo, because Rolo's a very underrated player. I like Rolo a lot. I get to watch him. Well, I've got to watch him like 50 times this year, and I like the dude a bunch. And it's not really cheating, but we're gonna flip George Niang. He's the last guy on our roster, so that trade basically does nothing. But this is the rotation for the next month. I think April is the last month, boys. April is definitely the last month. So this is where everything comes in, and we gotta build. This is the last chance we get to build our team. Our boys actually doing good. 6-game streak, currently second in the East. Unfortunately, we got to break up the chemistry that we do have. Either we get rid of Miles Turner or we get rid of Zach LaVine, and it's going to be a tough decision. I kind of wanted to see the Mike Conley value, because the way 2K goes, they offer you some crazy stuff for somebody that's valuable. Kemba's always there, but again, we're trying not to make trades that we've done in other videos. Yes. Let's take a second. Look at stats. 14 points per game. Oh my God, Kyle Lowry's not having a good season this year. Shooting 40. They're shooting basically the same. Wait, that's the wrong player. I was looking at Eric Gordon. Okay, that's a lot better. That makes a lot more sense. So let's. Oh, I think I just lost the trade. Give me a second. Okay, the trade. Here we go. We're bringing back CJ Miles in this trade, but that's perfect. That's just perfect. That's crazy that even happened. So our starting lineup is looking like this. We still got to make 2 more trades, but Kalo, Zach LaVine, Paul George, Draymond Green, Miles Turner rounding it out. Let's keep on going with trades. 2 more to go. Hear me out, boys. I know Miles has been riding with us this entire season, but I saw this and I just thought we can't pass up the opportunity. Dwight Howard and Paul Millsap are coming to the team. I don't even know what my plan is, but I saw those 2 players. I know those 2 players have a lot of value. At least one of those players are being flipped immediately. Man, I don't know what to do right now. So let's. Okay. No, I'm not giving up Jonas. I didn't see Jonas Valanciunas there. I'm not making that trade. CJ, Eric Bledsoe. let's take a look at our team, right? So our point guard position is stacked. I mean, we're good. Kyle Lowry, Patrick Patterson. Shooting guard position looks good too. So do we need to bring in? Let's do it. Let's do it. Zach LaVine can actually be our sixth man. I'll take that. Yeah, this team is looking great. This team is looking good. So what is that? Trade number 2? Or is that trade number 3 already? That is trade number 3, but I'm going to do one more. Because the challenge is at least 3 trades a month. But I want to do one more and try to bring in a solid power forward. And I don't know if that's going to be there. The easy thing for me to do actually is to like make Rolo a power forward. Yeah, his overall goes up a little bit. So I think that's what we're going to do. This is our team. Compete for a championship. Kyle Lowry, CJ McCollum, Paul George, Draymond Green, Dwight Howard. Then off the bench, we got Jonas Valanciunas, Zach LaVine, Evan Fournier, Robin Lopez, Pat Beverly. That's a team. That's a stacked team. Let's try to do this. Make him actually a small forward, just so the numbers look good. Let's take a look around the league first, though. I want to see if any other team made trades besides us. So Pacers. Okay, there's a trade. Nets, Rockets. Clippers, Kings made a trade. Pacers. Jordan Clarkson and Josh Richardson switched. Lakers, nothing big, though. I'm looking for a big trade, but I don't think anything big happened. Besides, of course, our trades. But anyway, we're just going to get to the end of the season. Hopefully, this team is good enough to win a championship. Let's see. Kevin Durant won MVP. Ben Simmons, Rookie of the Year. Mason Plumlee won Sixth Man of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year went to Hassan Whiteside. Nikola Jokic wins Most Improved, which makes sense. And then Steve Kerr wins Coach of the Year. So I think we finished out the season pretty strong. We can go back to the calendar and go all the way down. So yeah, finished off the season on a 4-game winning streak. To end out the month, which is great. Hopefully we don't have any injuries. Kyle Lowry is slightly injured, but that's day to day. And we should be able to get out of the first round, no problem. So that's fine with me. And the first round, we're going against the Washington Wizards, which is fine. Let's quickly try to get through that. Should be a sweep, and it is. Okay. Detroit Pistons now. I'm sure that Kyle Lowry's... Oh, he's still somewhat injured, man. Oh, 2 to 4 weeks. They can actually harm us. But let's see. Second round, Detroit basketball may not be a match at all. We got rhymes, man. Okay. So we sweep the first 2 rounds. Cleveland Cavaliers almost sweep the first 2 rounds. This is going to be a matchup. There's 1-1. 2-1 us. We need to get this. Game 5 is important, and we lost it. We let Shumpert drop 30 on us. Come on, team. You... God, okay, we're going to make it a this man rotation, 9-man rotation. Game 7, here we come, man. We're going to simcast it to watch it unfold in front of us. We're up by 20. We're going to the championship, boys. Wow, we just beat them by 30 points. LeBron, he went MIA. For the second time. You get it because he went to Miami. All right, so championship game. Oh, the Clippers. Game 7. The Clippers win by 2 points in overtime. They won by 2 points in overtime of Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, Dre, they make it to the finals for the first time. Just to lose us, though. We're going to sweep them, too. If we don't sweep, we swept. I was trying to think of something, but I had a feeling that we weren't going to sweep, but we did. And K-Lo wins the MVP of the finals. If you enjoyed the video, as always, be sure to leave it a like. Thank you guys so much for watching. In the description and at the end of this video should be a little link for you to click if you're interested in the NBA. I have another channel where I strictly talk about NBA 5 days a week, and I think you'll like it. So it's been the King of the Fourth Quarter, and I am out.